Thank you for having me. My name's Tim Cunningham. I'm a junior at North Central. I run track and I do the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, and participate in the 4 by 100-meter relay.
Okay.
Do you have any accolades you want to share with us about your accomplishments in those events to date?
To be completely honest, I'd say right now you've caught me at an early time. I can't say that my accomplishments are what they are going to be in the future. So, I mean, I've yet to run my junior season, and that's the season I believe that I'm gonna make a name for myself. So, I can't really say I have any accolades at this moment.
Hey, look, I love what we have to look forward to, but Coach Jay is about to say something.
Well, I was just wondering, like, how long have you been running?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been running since about middle school. I just
Mhm.
got an opportunity to run, decided to run, did it for fun, and then I ended up enjoying it. And now I'm where I'm at now.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I mean, and last year, the NCU all had a pretty stacked team. So,
Right?
with Woodson and a few others in there, you lost quite a few, but you still had a lot.
Yeah, I'd say we still have a lot of team talent. I mean, of course we lost a few, but I'd still say we're coming back pretty strong this season.
So you say you've been running track since you were in middle school. Who's been your biggest inspiration in the sport?
Honestly, I can't really narrow my inspiration down to one person. I just say that from my own experience, I've always been the youngest. I've
Mhm.
always felt like I was a year behind where I meant to be. So I
Mhm.
mean, I'd say my biggest inspiration are my teammates that are a grade ahead of me. So I'd say, yeah, this let's think about it. I mean, we got Tonio, we got Denham, we got Christian as well. Dexter, I just enjoy running with those guys and they're an inspiration to me, quite honestly.
Like, in terms of goals, now those you named some guys who had some goals and accomplished some
Right,
things.
right, right. And I
So,
know
so
all
tell
about
me
that.
about your short term, long term goals for the season. For short term goals for the season, and then long term goals for track in itself.
Okay, so I'd say my short-term goals as of now, I mean, right now I feel like my biggest short-term goal is, I guess it's not exactly short-term, but I'm gonna say it's college. I'd like to participate at a Division I school, but more specific goal would be I'm trying to go at least 6'9", sub 7 in the 60. I'm trying to go 10'6" in the 100 and go just sub 22 in the 200.
Okay.
Love the goals. Hey, I love it. What would you say, as you prepare for this upcoming season, you seem super motivated and excited. What would you say is one of the most challenging aspects of being a track and field athlete?
I'd say the biggest thing is staying committed and doing what you're supposed to. I think one of the things that separates a good athlete from a great athlete is like those things like nutrition, going to bed on time, getting your core work in when you don't want to, going to sleep when you need to, just little things like that that stack up over time. So I'd say if I were to sum it up into one word, I'd say dedication, and I'm gonna add another word, consistency.
Mhm. I
Okay.
love it.
I like that. So, with learning these dedication and consistency, what did you say? What would you say is like the big life lesson you get to pull out of track and field?
Yeah, I'd say the big lesson is it's not easy. It doesn't
Mhm.
get any easier. It's always going to be just as hard, and you just have to power through it. And I'd say the big thing I've learned from that is delayed gratification.
Mm, I love it. I love it. You dropping a lot of good power words. How do you
I try my
so
best.
right, how do you prepare mentally for tough competitions?
I've always had pretty bad race anxiety. So I'd say the main way I'm able to deal with it is honestly, I'm a spiritual person, so I'll quite honestly just pray.
Mhm.
And then I, of course, have like basic things like a playlist that'll get me motivated. And then honestly, just staying calm and remembering that I'm running against myself at the end of the day. I can't focus too much on my competition. Of course, you would like to win your heat or whatever, but I got to focus on me and know that I came here to run and just simply run. Can't
Can I share
overcomplicate
something
it.
with you? Like when you say race anxiety, so anxiety in itself is you putting your energy towards things you don't want to happen.
Right.
That's a
Like
true
losing.
definition of anxiety. It's
Right.
it's concerning yourself with something you don't want to happen. So you're giving it
Exactly.
that energy. So if I can share with you, one of the things that like we do when Coach and I are work on our people, we're like, look, your biggest thing is to visualize yourself over and over and over performing exactly like you want to.
Right.
There is no such thing as anxiety when you're doing that. You really just flipped it over. It is, I just see myself doing exactly the way, running a race exactly the way I scripted in my head. And that is all you want to see. If you're looking at anything else, then that's where the other stuff comes in. Remember, we're all energy, right? Sometimes you give your energy to the wrong thing. So we want you to give your energy to the right thing. So visualizing that would be a far better way to utilize your energy than to concern yourself with what you don't want to happen.
No, I'll take that into consideration. I'm gonna really think about that when I'm getting ready to run on Saturday.
Yes.
I
So when
appreciate
we
that.
see you, when
Yeah.
we see you at practice, we're gonna be like, you doing your visualization? Gonna check in.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry. Just come and say hi at practice anytime. I'll be there.
All right. So far, what's been your biggest or favorite memory from competing?
Honestly, I'd say it has to be this summer. This summer was the summer where I really decided that I want to go to the next level in track. So participating in Indy Storm, I got the opportunity to run in bigger meets that weren't just concerning our own state. So I went to the regional meet, and I'd say that that was most definitely my greatest track memory. I'd say there's of course more to come, but I'd say so far that's it. Being able to
Yeah,
run with people not in my state and seeing the competition in other areas was just an amazing feeling and a good experience.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I love when athletes, what we all coaches do, that understand summer track and junior
Right,
nationals. It's an awesome experience because you realize you may think you're the fastest in your state, and then it's you against the whole work. Like it's so dope though, but it brings you confidence when you come back to your season, like you said, like you're locked in and you're ready in a different way. So
right.
with that, and we talk you talked about nutrition and things like that. How have your parents played a role in your athletic pursuit?
I'd say the biggest role my parents have played in my athletic pursuit, I'd just say them simply being supportive. I can't think of a time when my parents weren't supportive of me doing something. I feel like I have really loving parents. They've always been there for me through my lows and my highs, and I can't thank them anymore for that. That's really all I have to say about that.
What's your parents' names? We want to give them a shout out by name.
Okay, so fun little fact, I'm the third. So my dad's TJ. And then my mom is Linda.
Okay, shout out to the parentals.
Yeah.
Now you're since you're coming into your own, most people in their junior year, that's their year. How do you define success when it comes to track and field?
I try not to overcomplicate this question because I feel like that's very subjective and it's like success to one person can mean a lot of different things to another.
Right. We just want to know what it
Say,
means to you.
yeah, I'd say for me, I think improvement would be what I measure my success in. Because like I'm a very firm believer in the 1% rule. I just want to get 1% better every day. So I'd say that's how I measure my success. If I see that my time's coming down, then that's a good day and I was successful.
I love it. What do you think sets a great athlete apart from a good athlete?
I'd say like those little things like I mentioned earlier, like nutrition, doing your mobility work, keeping your body in shape, having the winner's mindset, being able to take constructive criticism from your coaches, and just, I guess, being determined to meet your goals.
Now, when you said being determined and meeting those goals, how do you keep yourself motivated? Because this is a long season.
Mhm.
And how do you keep yourself motivated and how do you handle, it's a two-part question. How do you handle any setbacks, disappointments?
Well, to start with the motivation question, I'd say how I stay motivated is knowing that we're just in the beginning. I mean, if I have a bad race, like if there's a nice little setback that it might bother me for a little while, but knowing that with my training program from my coaches, I'll come back from it. But of course, we know that in the beginning, you're not necessarily going to be your fastest. You don't really get up to your top speed until when it's about May, June, when it's like states coming around the corner. So I'd say those are the ways I stay motivated and handle those setbacks. I just kind of got to trust the process, I guess.
How do you feel your experiences as an athlete would transfer to, you know, you as far as your career and your life?
I'd say the skills that I've learned from being an athlete, which are discipline, hard work, being able to work with a team. This, even though track isn't necessarily you're running individually, it's still a team sport at the end of the day. And then I'd say that those things have shaped me to be a different person. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like those skills are definitely going to benefit me outside of track. I mean, one of the things my coaches have always said is we're not just a different person on the track. We have to be that same person off the track as well. We got to carry those with us as we go through our lives.
Yeah, that's true. And one of the things that it brings up for me is I'm asking like, how do you handle your feedback? How do you handle criticism? Because
Oh,
that
I
comes
think,
along with like your coachability, kind of. You're like, so how do you handle that type of information?
I mean, whatever my coach tells me to do, if I'm doing something wrong, whether it be the blocks, whether it be I'm not pumping my arms enough, whatever it is, I'll always be open to that criticism. And I don't take it personally. I'm just like, oh, they've been doing this a lot longer than I have. So it's like, I'm sure they know what they're talking about. I have that type of trust in my coaches. So I'll always listen. And then at the end of the day, I'll end up seeing, oh, they're right. My time went down. It's like, yeah. So I'm always open to constructive criticism, no matter who it is, even my teammates.
I shouldn't say it's criticism. It is more like feedback because that's
Feedback, yeah.
that's the idea is to get you to grow, right? So we give you the
Right,
feedback to help you to
right.
direct you. So, hmm. All
I
right.
love that. So, you know, being an athlete, it takes up a lot of your time. So, do you feel like you've had to sacrifice anything being a track athlete?
And I was actually just talking about this with my friends like not too long ago. Yes, as a track athlete, especially with a very long season, I mean, we start conditioning in October, and if you run that summer season, you don't really get done until July. I mean, that's a long time out of your year spending to do track. So I'd say I've sacrificed many, many, many hours due to track. I mean, whether it be those nights where we have a track meet and I still have an English essay to do and I have to stay up and get that done, or some social gathering that I could have gone to when I know I have practice the next day. I'd say there's a lot of things I've had to sacrifice, but I'm okay with that. I enjoy my sport. I have a love for track and I wouldn't exchange it for anything.
Sweet. So tell me a little bit about what makes you a great teammate.
I'd say what makes me a great teammate is the fact that I actually do genuinely care about my teammates. I see them as I'm an only child, so it's like I've never had any siblings or anything. So if I have a really good friend and you're in my eyes, we're family. I mean, that's just how simple it is for me. So like that's just how much I love my track teammates and I would hope that we reciprocate the same type of energy, but yeah, I just think that I'm glad to be there for them. And then, shoot, I'm losing. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, that's just how
That's
I feel.
great. You,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's your family. So, you told
it
us what
is.
it's like to be a good teammate. How do you see yourself as a competitor? What makes you a great competitor?
Honestly, like I'd say I'm a friendly competitor because I have vivid memories of being at the line, having conversations with the people I'm running against. Hey, what school do you go to? Just making small talk. I'm pretty friendly. I
Mhm.
can't say that I've ever been in a position where it's like, I don't like any of these guys. I got to beat them. I've never really seen it that way. So I'd say I'm a pretty friendly competitor.
Yeah, I think that's the only child thing. Like
Yeah,
my daughter's the
probably.
only child. She's real friendly.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's what my son would do.
You're right. Yeah, yeah.
that's
They
just who
real
I
friendly.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, we're all friends, we're all family. I love
right.
it.
Right.
Love it.
uh,
Yeah.
if you could compete in any other sport, what would it be?
Oh, I think I definitely have to say football. I feel like I've been told all my life that I would be a great football player. The only thing holding me back is my mom. She made the decision early on in my life that she doesn't want me to take the contact and rattle my head around and get CTE and all that stuff. So if it were up to me, I'd probably play football along with track, but unfortunately, that's not the case. But you know,
We're gonna show her this podcast. Let him play football, mom.
I don't think she'd change her mind. I
I'm sure
think
she
it's set in
won't.
stone.
No.
I play football. I don't blame her.
Yeah. I love
Mm.
it. I love it. What is his hope for this upcoming season? We talked about it a little bit and how, now after your experience from the summer, you're really locked in a different way. You got exposed to some great national platforms. And so, what's your hope for this upcoming season?
Honestly, I would like for our team to win the state meet altogether. I think we're capable of doing it. I think that we deserve it, quite honestly. I mean, we I've seen my teammates work. We have that I feel like we have a state champion mentality. I think we can really do it. And if it's not us, I don't know who else deserves it, quite honestly. That's just how I feel about it.
I love it. I love
That
it.
that's a testament to your work ethic, and it is gonna be on your home field.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
you have that part.
That's another factor. That's
Yeah,
another
and
factor.
that should be nice for you
Right.
we can winning it at home.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was gonna say with the long season, what is it that helps you stay focused throughout that? The long practice, all that. How do you stay focused throughout that?
I mean, quite honestly, I just got to take it day by day. I mean, it's a long season, really long season. I just gotta stay focused by realizing that this is a long process and just accepting that and then just going along with it.
So if others wanted to follow you on social media platforms, how could we follow your successes for this upcoming season?
I mean, you can follow me on Instagram at T3 Cunningham. I'm sure I'll end up posting some pictures, and just honestly, that's the only way you can really stay on top of what's going on with my track season.
Well, Tim, we appreciate you joining us.
No
We
Yes.
look
problem.
forward to big things from you this season.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, and we'll be in touch because we're
All
right
right,
around
sounds
the corner
great.
from
Thank
you.
you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. You have a good one.
You too.